I go to yellow and blue wins, blue takes me black, blue picks the final winners, I'm fine. Or yellow wins and then I'm
Hopefully
fine.
I don't pick it. Yeah.
So I thought that was my best percentage chance to win at the time.
Regardless, tonight is the finale. It's an hour long. It's actually like I've seen clips, bro. It's so funny and it's so drama filled. Like people yell. There's crying. Someone cries. Like it is a crazy challenge at the end. It's fucking insane. I don't know if it's getting. I mean we had like 14,000 people watching yesterday live. And it's like it's a good show, I think. Not even because I'm on it. I feel like even as an outsider, I feel like
no, it was good.
It's a good reality show.
It's each episode. I feel like it's
gotten better. Yeah, first episode.
I feel like it keeps getting a little better each one. And then I thought this past one, like we said yesterday, was much better. Like that was like clearly out. Like when I saw that challenge and was watching you guys do it, I was like, oh shit. Especially once you had to go through like a fourth, fifth time, I was like, yo, like they must be exhausted.
It was so hot that day too.
I believe it. It must be exhausted.
I mean, I could say the last challenge tonight is the closest I've ever come to dying in my life.
Yeah,
like,
that's a fact.
No exaggeration. The closest I've ever come to dying in my life.
That's a fact. And for the show's sake, me and Dana and Pat, like us being broken up for the last episode, it makes the show. Like if I'm being honest though, if we won that challenge, if blue team won, me, Pat, and Dana would have won. Like we would have dominated the next one. Mm-hmm. But now it's just a fucking free for all. No one knows what's gonna happen. So tune in tonight. That's Barstool versus America. We've talked about it enough. I brought Hubs in here, and we have 3 Yankee fans in here now. What Hal just said is the stupidest
Hal said a lot of dumb shit just
thing I've ever seen. Aaron Boone and what we have right now is our best. Say the quote again?
There's a lot of.
I think he said they're the right people.
He also just said that if he believes they're like a move away from making the playoffs or whatever, he'll go over the luxury tax. Meanwhile, what?
He said this mic sounds fucked up.
Can you hear me?
No, mine.
Oh, okay. He said that if they're like a move away from getting to the playoffs or whatever, he'll happily go over the luxury tax. And he referenced Tanaka as an example for that. Meanwhile, Masahiro Tanaka is pitching in Japan right now because they didn't go over the luxury tax. Same with Ottavino in Boston. So like that's complete bullshit.
He said we're gonna bring back Tanaka.
No. He said they would because like they don't want to go over the luxury tax. They keep and they traded Ottavino to avoid that and to free up money, which is a crazy move for the Yankees to do, to free up money for a trade. And then they didn't bring back Tanaka because they didn't want to go over the luxury tax. Now he used that as an example of why they would go over. That's just not happening. They're not going with the luxury tax. They're not a move away from making the fucking playoffs. This team's a joke.
So I woke up. So I went to bed around like what time?
You went to sleep in the 9th inning. You said
9th inning, 8-4.
You were comfortable, free as could be. That despite Chapman having an 11 ERA in his last 7 appearances entering last night, you were like,
second, 1 out, 8-4.
How were you comfortable at that point that they were going to win that game?
I was so tired. I'm like, dude, it's he could let up these 2 runs, fine. He'll win 8.
Guess what? He let 4 runs.
And when I woke up and saw 11, I was like, what the fuck? And you know what, man? This team's a joke. There's you can't do a shtick anymore. You can't be the Yankees asshole. It's just there. I fucking
If you went
hate
to the
Glenny
game
Balls.
last night,
you see someone show the grin on Glenny Balls'
Bro,
face.
it was so funny last night. I was sitting on my couch eating my watermelon, watching Barbecue Brawl on Discovery Plus.
You're eating watermelon at 11 o'clock
Yeah,
at
I
night?
eat watermelon every night at midnight. Long story. But
what?
Every night at midnight I eat watermelon. Honestly, every night at midnight I jerk off around like 11:45. And then I eat my watermelon at midnight.
Oh.
But I'm upstairs watching my Barbecue Brawl on Discovery Plus. Great new show. And
you jerk off and eat watermelon every night?
Little jow pal.
Every night that I don't drink, yeah.
Jerk off, watermelon, pass out.
Exactly.
So is that what?
It's usually grapes throughout the year and then watermelon comes summer. But
jerk off before or after the watermelon?
No, jerk off before and then fruit after. But nonetheless, it was great last night. I'm hanging out. It's like 12:45. I'm watching my Barbecue Brawl, and I'm scrolling through Twitter. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. I'm like, the Yankees are still on right now. This is amazing. I threw it on. What a fun night at 1 a.m. to just watch that and enjoy it. That was great.
The Mets lost 20-2. And
I know.
I got
to stop watching in like the 3rd inning. It was great.
Yeah. So people always ask like, would you rather? And they always use like playoff examples for this, but would you rather get blown out in a game or lose in a heartbreak fashion? If you choose heartbreak fashion, you're a sicko. You're a masochist. Like you you just have no pain. You don't have like pain sensories in you because like I'd much rather lose 20-2 than 7 in the fucking ninth. Like that.
20-2, it's just, you're just ripping the Band-Aid off.
Game's over yeah.
It's over.
We're recording Short Porch after this, so make sure you go listen to that. But
yeah, it should be fun.
I swear to God, I'd rather be the Orioles right now.
Yeah, I said this last night.
I know
like,
I'm bad.
Pirates fans, like the Pirates don't win any games. The Rockies, I think, have like 3 road wins all year. The Diamondbacks, I think,
the Rockies have like the best home record.
It's actually like incredible.
It really is. They have the best like home record in the league.
They just swept the Pirates, and they got the Cardinals this week.
The best home record, worst away record.
And the Diamondbacks, I think, in their last like 57 games, something like that, are like 8 or 9 wins. They're like actually one of the worst teams. Those fans are having a better year than Yankee fans.
Yeah, because
I'm not asking for your sympathy at all. I never do as a Yankee fan. I'm just saying, like, straight up, you'd rather be a Diamondbacks, Pirates fan, all that this year than being a Yankee.
Because you have no potential. You aren't going to win. You see this lineup, you're like, all right, we should be pretty good.
They scored 8 runs last night. You have a 4-run lead in the ninth inning. You should win that game. Sure, they like only scored 1 run after the first inning.
Any time in the world, if you told me you scored 7 runs on Ohtani in the first inning and got him out of the game, not even in the lineup.
Yeah, he was the leadoff hitter out of the game after the first inning.
1,000 out of 1,000 times.
Yeah,
actually 1,000.
And the Angels bullpen is not good at all.
No,
they scored 1 run off their bullpen.
Well, that's a kind of like a baseball thing. I feel like you scored 7 runs already. You get a little comfortable. You don't think you're gonna lose, and which is not right. Also, that happened with the Cubs yesterday. Big Ev and I bet the Cubs.
Yeah, they're 7-0 and they lost
7-0. I'm like, that's a winner. And then in the first inning it was 7-4, and then they lose like 15-7.
Yeah, they scored like
14-15 unanswered.
I mean, that's
still a better loss than
way better,
because also there were 2 rain delays that were long. I didn't even think they were going to resume the game after the second one. I thought they were just trying to make it official, and then everyone goes home and get the win.
When it was like the middle of the 5th, I was like, oh, chalk it W.
It started pouring rain. I was like, just get 3 outs. They got 3 outs. I was like, oh, they're not going to continue this game over. We're going to get a win and then get rain out on Thursday. Okay, sure, we move on. Nope, they resume it. Those poor fans that stuck around. And there were a lot of fans that stuck around. Like the lower bowl was very full. And same with the outfield and still that. If you stuck around for that, you deserve like $1,000.
It's just, man,
or like $10,000.
It's just disappointing that they just keep saying, yeah, it's a bad loss. We'll get it together. Don't worry. No. It's over. This season's done. They are barely going to even be in the question for a wild card, I think.
Oh, they have to go. I think Reverend Avenue Blues tweeted this out. They have to go on a 107 win pace the rest of the year to get to 95 wins. Guess what? That's not happening.
No.
And I think our schedule gets harder.
I think August is pretty soft, but like they have a stretch coming up here that's not easy. Yeah, they're a joke, man.
I think after this morning's comments with Hal, I literally became like a sell the team guy. It's just so crazy how you could be raised by George Steinbrenner and just be this passive and this just like not willing to make any moves. Like Hub said, like we grew up in a time where Steinbrenner's just blank checkbook. Anybody, whatever it takes, win games. That's what we grew up on, and that's who this man was raised by.
And that's why we're a dynasty.
They was asked about like comparisons to his father, and he said, "He goes, I'm not my father."
You're a pussy.
Damn sure.
Yeah,
you're a pussy.
He also has this quote: "We're not going to get down. We've had tough losses before. We're going to do everything we can to win, win, win." He said, "Win 3 times."
Well, that sounds like a fucking dad in Little League who's the coach. Like, hey, we're going to win, guys. Don't worry. Keep your heads up.
I mean, anyone expected anything from this press conference to be like good and motivating is insane.
At least Stanton. It's bad when Stanton curses, and I got excited. I'm like, whoa.
Well, someone that shows like.
No, yeah, I know.
Because Aaron Boone after the game, what do you think of the game? Terrible loss. Thanks, Aaron.
I don't care.
Get the fuck out of here.
Last night wasn't on Aaron Boone. A couple of these losses haven't been on him. I don't give a fuck. Fire him. Do something to.
Well, he fully endorsed him today. House. He's like he's the right man for the job, so he ain't going anywhere.
That fucking home run has screwed us all. It really has. I wish he never hit that home run.
Didn't even get a World Series out of it.
Yeah, I know, and he just broke his ankle after that. Fucking idiot.
I'll never understand people who are like, would you sacrifice 03 for like a championship? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the Red Sox they won the World Series the next year. The curse was broken the next year. Like they didn't even win the World Series, lost to the Marlins. What are we talking about?
And this weekend's the Mets.
Yeah, Tommy saying like kind of wanted to get swept to just hit full rock bottom. I don't want to lose the Garrett Cole game personally.
No, I really do think the Yankees are going to win the series just to bring us back. And
you got our guy Walker going tomorrow, I think, against Cole, right?
Walker,
Yeah, I think so.
Stroman Saturday, Sunday. Who do you have Sunday? I don't know.
If Cole doesn't win, we're fucked.
I think we're fucked no matter
stud,
what,
bro.
pal.
No, but that's like really fucked.
Saturday is. I think I'm going Saturday. Oh no, Cole's on Saturday now.
I thought Cole was tomorrow.
ESPN has Montgomery pitching on Friday. Cole on Saturday, and then you have you have that Tyler Megal guy going on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
against Tyler Megal against Mike King on Sunday for Sunday Night Baseball. That's a real blockbuster game.
Wow.
July 4th night. We're gonna get our July 4th just completely ruined. Well, you guys, you have the ability to turn it off and move away. I can't.
I'm at the point where I'm not wasting my time on them.
And they're on the West Coast during their vacation.
I watched last night. When I'm home, I'll watch, but it's like I'm not setting my day around them right now. It's upsetting. It's ruining my time. They're ruining the Yankees are ruining their fans' lives.
They ruined the weekend. There was a period where they didn't win on the weekend for like a month.
I know. It's brutal. I'm done. I have to talk about them again. We have to talk about them again in an hour, so let's get off them for a sec.
Don't pick them. Well, they didn't play. They can't play today, so you can't pick them.
So it's huge.
Get some tennis coming up here if we want to take that.
Suns
Suns
win
are
it
great.
last night. They're such a fun team.
They're awesome. They're just
such
a
a
good team
fun
to just
team.
get behind.
I mean, like Campaign. I'm rooting for Campaign getting in his convertible with fans going at the end. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't actually.
Some guys just dancing with Campaign. He's in his convertible. All the fans are there. Fucking Kaminsky's chugging a beer.
Good for fucking Frank Kaminsky going to a finals.
Well, Frank Kaminsky should have pushed Beverly. He should have done
He did
something.
a light tap.
He should have done something when that happened. Like when Chris Paul got pushed by Beverly, he should have done something.
You are literally on the
Oh,
team
yeah.
to do something in that spot.
Yeah, like
if you
Frank.
get suspended for the NBA
Yeah, it's
Finals,
like,
literally no one.
You're the guy that eat up a couple tees.
Yeah, Frank. No one.
You could earn
like-
he could earn his next contract if he
Oh,
goes
yeah.
at Beverly and just like socks him in the face.
Frank Kaminsky looks like me.
He's got a droopier face, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a longer face.
He does
You're
look
more
like-
Aaron
Extremely
Sanchez
droopy your
than
face. I love Frank Kaminsky, but I don't know. I feel like he doesn't have that killer instinct in him to actually push a guy.
I mean,
I think he's just happy to be along for this ride.
Yeah.
of course he's chugging a beer. He didn't play a minute. It's awesome. That's like my dream. That's my dream of anything.
It's like
a
the
couple
bullpen
million a
catcher.
year.
It's like being a bullpen catcher or whatever in baseball. You just have to do literally nothing, but you kind of probably sick job.
It's so
And
funny. Like
Kaminsky's making a decent buck, I think.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
definitely
think
better.
he signed
than
like I want to
catcher.
say like a 2-year, maybe like $8 or $10 million deal. Like I know it's not a lot for the NBA. That's still $4 or $5 million a year. It's
pretty good in just life. Yeah.
dude, like last night I was on the Chiclet stream, and just like listening to those guys, it's so upsetting how rich they are. They're so funny, and they're just us. They're literally like Hayes and Yandel are just exactly us, and Hayes just goes, "Yeah, I'm 29, 50 mil, ain't bad." I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Frank makes $2 million, by the way. I think they finally caught on. That
I might have been
he's
thinking
not
his
gonna
last.
play.
I might have been thinking his
Yeah,
last.
it's probably his last
his
deal.
last contract.
Yeah.
Is that
Still
so?
pretty good.
Would you rather be Frank Kaminsky that doesn't have to play?
You don't have to do a thing.
Doesn't have to do anything. Goes to champ, or like Kevin Hayes, who's like one of the best players in the NHL.
No, I think you want to be one of the best players.
I
in the
don't think
NHL.
so.
I'd still be Hayes. Yeah.
I don't think so.
There's a
I mean, he's more
significant
money-
difference in making $1 million and $50
Oh, I
million.
understand. He doesn't have to work for the rest of his life. But
Also,
it's
you're
like,
sick. Like,
Yeah, things are fun when you're really good at them.
I guess it's all right. That's
Not to mention Frank is also very tall. He probably gets stopped way more than Kevin Hayes.
and hockey players don't get stopped as much because
Hayes isn't tall.
No,
Really?
I'm taller than him.
Probably like 6'2".
So that's a bad example because he's like one of the best players.
You're
I
talking
need
like
a.
Yeah, no, I know. I
I need almost like a middle of the pack guy.
A
who
middle of the pack
plays
NHL guy is
like a
probably
like a third line guy for the NHL, who doesn't get paid a shit because they don't get paid well.
Mm-hmm.
A good third liner probably gets like $5-6 million a year.
Yeah. So would you rather be that or Frank Kaminsky? That I'd rather be Frank Kaminsky.
Are we
Yeah.
talking whole career right now?
Like for 1 year.
We'll do a year.
Do the bare minimum, literally not even the bare minimum. Do zero for $1 million, $2 million, or actually play in the third line for $5-6 million. Yeah, I do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Plus hockey is like fucking strenuous as shit.
Brutal. Like you're getting when you're on the third line, you have to be fucking hustling.
I don't understand what we're saying. If we're saying just 1 year or whole career.
I said 1 year 6 times.
But obviously 1 year if I'm gonna not be this person again
All right,
after a year.
All right, so what about 5 years?
If I have the opportunity to sign a big contract, you got to be the guy.
You're not signing a big contract. Always a third line guy.
So then yes, I'd obviously rather be an NBA bench warmer.
That's not obvious. You still get more money. You're like putting this down like it's a super.
But the argument here is, would you rather like be in the game and like impact the game, maybe get a goal here and there?
Yeah.
You're making $5 million, or you do absolutely fucking dick and you make $2 million.
Dick for 2.
Yeah, dick for 2.
Not to mention you get to live in Philadelphia or Scottsdale.
Well, it's not. We're not
I didn't know
being
we were
like
doing
so
that.
specific.
I thought we were just doing Hayes and Kaminsky.
Jesus Christ! You like
I thought we're
don't
taking
listen at
everything
all.
Into perspective.
No, this is just a hypothetical of anyone.
So I could be either on the Buffalo Bills or it could be on the Vegas Raiders.
Now we're just doing football.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just,
you gotta
we're just
take
talking
everything
teams
what
now.
the fuck balls?
You got to take everything into consideration.
No, that's not part of it.
Whatever.
Well, I was kind of too, because I was thinking from the mindset of like, obviously it's easy for us as a couple schmoes on the couch talking about it. Guy that's probably plays in the NHL, I'd imagine he likes hockey.
No, they do.
And like a guy like Kaminsky, I'd imagine he likes basketball. I'd imagine if it was up to Kaminsky, he would be playing.
You know what's funny too with athletes?
Yeah.
That's what
They
I'm
don't.
saying.
They don't watch their sport
Who?
like athletes.
Yeah, they do not.
They don't.
Yeah, a lot of them don't. It depends. Some of them.
I
think
know,
there's a
like
big-
Terrence Ross doesn't. Like he's like, dude, I play every night. I know what's going on.
'Cause I
Like,
know
I'll
there's
watch. They'll watch the playoffs, or if they know a guy on the team, they'll watch. But like, I understand that completely.
Yeah, I would imagine probably more don't, because I know there's a famous excerpt from I think it was a Yankees book about kind of like the dynasty. I think it was kind of moving on also into like even like the A-Rod years. And there was a thing of A-Rod talking about how they were like all going out to like the bar or something, and they were all watching a game, and it was like a close game late in the game, and they were like about to leave, and A-Rod was like, oh, like you like saying to Jeter, like, you want to just leave? Like this like game's on. He's like, I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah, it's like I play it every day.
Like Jeter, he like doesn't give a shit, but then like A-Rod's like a fucking like junkie. But I would imagine like probably like the majority aren't like watching, like say you're like an NBA player. I'd imagine most of them aren't just like studying watching other NBA games.
No.
They have practice, they got shit going on, families, whatever.
Before we move on with the show, hi friends. MeUndies believes that the comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft as heck fabric, but they also give you endless styles to choose from. It's total comfort inside and out. I'm actually going to use this because my underwear situation is a disaster. I want to be loyal to somebody, and I think I'm going to be loyal to MeUndies.
MeUndies, please.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
3X's down here.
I think I'm going to do it. MeUndies offers classic colors to ridiculous prints. It's also you can fully express yourself in your own unique way. I love that. I love some nice prints. MeUndies are available in a range from sizes from extra small to 4XL. Now that is respect for the units.
Pretty good.
What size are you guys? 2XL? 3?
I'm like a 2 or 3XL in underwear. Got to keep it tight.
How does underwear sizing work?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
I didn't. Yeah, I was like, what?
I don't even know.
To a number? We asked for numbers here.
I
I don't know what I am. I think
Waist
I'm a large.
size.
I'm a 33.
Like a 46, 48.
I don't know. I my waist is kind of big.
I'm like 32-30, I think, something like that.
Regardless,
That'd be
go
so
get
nice
your
of you.
MeUndies. To get 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/picks. That's MeUndies.com/picks. Go do that. MeUndies is. I'm gonna be loyal to MeUndies. I'm gonna do that.
I'd love
50%
some.
off. So we gotta talk about fucking Brandon Walker.
It's pretty awesome. Good for him.
Just nobody.
Congrats, Brandon.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, he wouldn't be happy. He wouldn't have been happy for you if Ohio State won, though.
I said in the he vehemently rooted against me in the championship.
See,
He was laughing in my face at every Alabama touchdown, and there was a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I have no happiness for Brandon Walker. He hates the Yankees, so don't give a fuck about Mississippi State. I will say, though, Dave's question that he posed, would you rather win in the fashion they did, where they just blew the doors off Vandy, or would you rather win in that game 3, do or die, like in a very, like, you know, like a walk-off or something like that?
That one.
You got to win. Like, but I will say, like, it was like basically a party from inning 1 through 9.
Yeah.
Zero stress. You never get that.
Yeah, but I don't. that game, like any other game, sure. That game, I want like a grind out win.
Yeah,
Come from behind, fucking
More
win.
memorable
the
that way
stress
too.
makes
Yeah.
the victory just that much sweeter.
Like, to be honest, it was cool yesterday, but it was like whatever because you knew it was over in the third inning. Like, if it happened in the ninth, it's way more of a shock value, and everyone's like, holy shit, you remember that game. The Mississippi State game during the College World Series, I think it was Vanderbilt, it was somebody that they came back in the eighth inning. It was Virginia. They were getting no hit till the eighth inning, and then they came back and scored 6 runs to beat them. Like, that's the game that you want. But Mississippi State's a bunch of losers, and they finally won one thing.
I can't believe they never won a thing before.
And it's so
In
sad.
anything.
I mean, they're never
No
gonna. And
team
like,
sports.
and it's funny that they won in baseball, where it's like, no one cares really about baseball.
Brandon Walker's on record saying he would trade this title for a 9-win football season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
said that.
definitely.
He's
Yeah,
on-
Which I think
was
is
gonna ask,
fair.
On
You guys
record.
know Brandon Walker way more than me. Does he give a fuck? Does he actually care?
No.
he didn't
Well, no.
care, but I mean, he was there for 12 days, so like he cares about Mississippi State, obviously,
Yeah.
like anything Mississippi State, and
Yeah.
it's final. And I'm gonna tell you. So I told him this because, so like you're a Syracuse fan,
Yep.
you're a
Auburn fan, St. John's.
St. John's, you're Ohio State, I'm Duke. It's like those are schools that everyone has fans of, celebrities, fucking anybody. What?
Maybe not St. John's.
But St. John's is like
Yeah.
whatever. You know what? St. John's is way more
Yeah.
relevant than Mississippi State. And like Syracuse, you don't think so?
It just hurts they don't have football. That's the only
Regardless,
Right about it.
Ohio State has fucking people like Syracuse has so many people.
Mhm. For basketball.
There is
Nobody's
not
fucking with
one
football.
single person that is outward forwardly like saying Mississippi State
Right.
is my team.
Aside from like former players.
literally Dak. That's it.
And yeah, that doesn't count.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's Brandon.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why when I was there, I'm like, bro, do you realize you're just the Mississippi State guy, and like everyone's gonna be like, when we were there, it was like he was a celebrity.
Well, I mean,
That's his
honestly,
people.
in the one video when they were doing kind of like their victory lap around the field, the guy in the front, he points at Brandon.
Yeah,
You can see like he clearly points like right at the camera.
because
He
it's
definitely
like
pointed
he put them on a map a little, like Dave did, but like he put them on a map a little bit, and it's like, I mean, it's still so sad. Mississippi State, like they traveled for that, like that's their moment, but it's good for them. Congratulations to Brandon. What I will say this. TJ's tweet was a little much.
With the crying about the kids.
He called his kids and said, "Daddy's coming home with a national championship." His kids are 8. Like they're like, what, Dad?
And
Bring home-
especially
bring home a fucking
following that
burger,
after the
Dad.
9-win statement, where like,
Yeah.
you'd rather have that. Like,
I was curious to ask him that now because he said that like 2 weeks ago. I'm curious after
No,
like,
he would.
getting to celebrate the victory if that would change at
You
all.
know he doesn't.
No, I'm not saying he would change. I'm saying if
I
he,
don't
like, 9
even
wins.
I don't even hate on the statement. Like I think
I don't
that's-
either. I don't
SEC
at all.
football, 9 wins in SEC
Still
football.
think
is
he's
fucking-
also-
I think he's right. You should want 9 wins
in a week.
because,
In a
again,
week, will anyone really care? They won the title.
No. I mean,
Not to shit on
especially-
college baseball, but like,
No,
I don't
but
think
the
Mississippi
problem
State
is
values it
right
as much
now
as other schools.
is that the NBA and the NHL playoffs are happening,
Right.
and baseball. So it's like, all right, no one completely cares. The NBA wouldn't be happening right now usually.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like,
Yeah, you're right.
it people would care more if it wasn't going on. But it's a tough situation right now. But hey, this is the most I've ever heard about college baseball. I could tell you that.
They did a good job growing the game.
Yeah.
Hashtag grow the game, baby.
Hashtag
Shout
grow the
out to
game.
the
But
kid.
yeah, good for Mississippi State, dude. I mean, sure.
I mean, I
You
was
know?
Mincy literally like willed this title into existence.
Well, Mincy's.
He is the biggest mush of all time.
I have a problem with Mincy. So, what?
You have a problem with Mincy?
Yeah, I do because he had a future on Vanderbilt. He bet Mississippi State the second game when Vanderbilt could have won the championship. So that doesn't make sense. 2, you need to be what?
I think that's a great move. I do that all the time.
Why?
It's kind of like a hedge.
Yeah, but
do you know how much I bet the New
can't
York
lose.
Islanders
hedge is
You
the
guys-
last
great.
you
month?
You
either
don't
gonna win or
hedge.
No,
Oh, my God.
I hear you. It was plus
I don't
like
hedge.
750, but
Yeah, plus
I mean,
750.
if it wins, it wins. I guess like that's why I said the same thing, but I didn't get on too much because it won. So like,
But you hedged
you
the-
win the bet, you win the
you
bet.
hedged the third game.
I mean, no, I agree with you in theory.
Regardless,
But like after the fact, I mean, you win. I'm not going to break your balls about it too much.
if the Red Sox won the World Series, which they have, I'm not hugging anybody. That's his Red Sox versus Yankees is Mississippi State Ole Miss. He's hugging Brandon after. Get out of my face.
Oh, that's crazy.
You don't
yeah,
have
he
the
should
balls to do
have
that.
walked out.
He should've
When I
walked.
was there
Should've
with,
walked out.
I've been in that moment where I was at Dodger Stadium with Jarrett when they won the 2018 World Series.
Yeah.
I just sat by myself.
Yeah, you'd be miserable. Because
My biggest regret from that run, just randomly here, but like, is not betting the Red Sox every single game because I could have just what a fuck. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
true.
taking a Red Sox future, like the beginning of the first round or whatever, or after they beat the Yankees. Like, why wouldn't I do that?
I've been met the New York Islanders like a madman
Yeah.
for the last month.
Yeah.
Like literally a madman.
My friends will always do that. Like, if the Yankees are ever hot, like previous years, be like, oh, it's time to bet the Yankees, and then here we go.
Every
Yep.
year before the playoffs, Islanders to win
Number
the
one
Stanley Cup,
regret.
and then keep betting the games.
Why? Just so you at least get something out of it?
It's an emotional hedge.
I can't
Yeah.
do it. Like I
keep
can't do it.
doing it until they actually lose, and they finally lost.
I
didn't make any
actually-
money on it because I just kept doing it, but it was worth it to just get them the fuck out of there.
I can't do it. I really can't.
Oh
like
my
if
God, it's great.
like I can't bet on
But
the Red
you
Sox.
also don't truly like. You're a big Yankees fan, but like, you know, basketball, you don't give a shit about. Football, you're a Giants fan, but like, I feel like you're way bigger a gambler than actually like a fan of.
Duke's the one where it's
Yeah,
like
Duke's
that
a little
takes it.
different.
Duke's takes it for me. Yankees are a close second where it's like I give a fuck about them, but the Giants are I've definitely because I love betting on football. It's one of my I love the Giants. Like I'll always root for them, but it's like that's my gambling one where I'm like I don't really care.
I can't wait
I'll
for
bet on the
college football Saturdays.
Like I'd bet on the
There's
Cowboys.
also not a team I hate that much in football that I would bet
The
against.
Cowboys I don't like, but I will bet on
Yeah.
them all the
See,
time.
I'll admit, like, I hate the Red Sox. Like, on a regular season game, like, if I like the Red Sox on that day, I'll bet the Red Sox. Not against the
But
Yankees.
they're
I won't do that.
They're in the playoffs.
I would never bet them against the Yankees, but I will bet them to, like, win a game.
I
If
won't
they're
do
in the
that.
It's
playoffs,
just gambling.
I
To me, it's
can't.
just like,
Football, I have nothing like that though. Like
Because I probably hate
the
the
Bears
Cow-
are always
the-
so bad. I always just fade them because I don't like the Bears.
Yeah.
in the game.
Like, the Cowboys are the team I probably dislike the most in, like, planet Earth. Like, I bet the Cowboys on a Sunday if I like it.
Yeah.
Honestly, they usually fuck me, honestly.
Football's
but-
I don't know. Like the Cowboys and the Eagles, I hate them, but like nowhere near like where I can't bet them or anything.
Who's your most hated team in sports?
By far, the Islanders. Like not even
Yeah,
no
I
one
can
else
see
in
that.
the orbit.
You're Red Sox, Hubs?
Of course, yeah.
And what are you?
Has to be.
Cowboys. I would say Cowboys, Red Sox, like, very close.
Do you think Michigan
Cowboys.
is not because you just dummied them to
They're
the
just
past?
not a threat. They're just not a threat whatsoever. Also, it's different. I've said, like, a few of my best friends growing up were Cowboys fans, so I think that instilled, like, such a hate. Like, I just grew up with so many arguments in the backyard,
Yeah.
in the basement, just being like, fuck the Cowboys. It was always, like, Romo, Eli. I always used to love pulling this line. I would always say, like, Eli's more Super Bowl MVPs than Romo had playoff wins. I used to love saying that line because it was just always like the mic dropper. They used to hate it. It was like my whole neighborhood. It was like three brothers that were all like my best friends, all diehard Cowboys fans. Kid down the street that I'm also best friends with became a Cowboys fan because of them.
Yeah.
So I just always had to deal with that. I didn't know really many Red Sox fans growing up. I still despise them, but there was just such like an instill with the Cowboys having to like always argue about it, deal with it. So
Which
Fuck
is
the
exactly
Cowboys.
why the Islanders are my least hated team. I mean, I live on Long Island. They're the
Yeah.
fucking worst. Those people,
I'll be honest. When I was a
kid.
kid, I was my whole like my brother's the biggest Rangers fan, and when I was a kid, I cared about the Rangers a lot more than I do now. And the Islander fans,
They are
I
so fucking
hate
insufferable.
them.
Those fucks, they care more about their stupid little fucking 40-row building being loud than the actual fucking team.
that's true.
They're morons.
They all
Meanwhile-
want me dead too.
Meanwhile,
They are morons.
we have the best stadium ever. Like the Madison Square Garden's the nicest fuck.
Mecca.
Like everyone's
It's a
like,
Mecca.
yeah, like
But I just can't. I saw people posting memes a couple weeks ago. Like the Islanders are raising a batter 2021 season. We were loud. That's literally they care about the bar and Rocky
We were
more than
loud.
they care about. They care about the bar and Rocky more than they care about the Islanders.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
yeah. I'm
fair.
not sure which one I hate more. I think I hate UNC more than the Reds. I don't know. It's close. It's close. I really fucking hate UNC. I can't stand
Well,
that.
with Roy
fucking-
gone, does that go away? Or are you still gonna hate? Who
I
took
it's
over?
gonna be Herb.
Herb.
I don't know.
Hubert.
I don't know if what's going to. I don't know how that's going to be. Like Shire against Hubert's going to be weird. I think it's still going to be there, but it's like not having Vertigo Boy on there is going to be like I don't know. It's
That's
gonna
such
be
an
weird.
interesting hate though with UNC. Like, obviously, I know they're Duke's rival, but like Ev was saying, I was just saying, I feel like it's so hard to hate a team of people that you don't interact with, per se.
Oh, like fans and stuff.
Yeah,
But that's the thing where
that's
it's
what me
like
and Frankie always argue with Rangers and Islanders, how it's easily the biggest rivalry in hockey, because hockey traditional rivalry is Canadians Bruins, but how many fucking Canadians and Bruins fans come in contact with each other?
I don't know. That's why I almost hate them more, because I don't talk to them, and I could just picture them how I hate them so much.
I got to be able to cohabitate with them to really.
Yeah, when you deal with Jared on a 24/7 basis, it's a
Yeah,
little
but
different
even
than
if
you had a
before
UNC
Barstool
Jared.
though, it's like
I had Red Sox fans at home.
I don't have any Red Sox.
That's why
fans
Tommy
at
hates
home.
the Mets more than the Red Sox, because he grew up with only Mets fans. Where I grew up with some Red Sox fans, so I've always despised them.
I just hate that UNC is so likable, and Duke's the most
Their colors are
hateable.
sick. Their
Yeah, it's like
jerseys-
good versus evil.
Yeah, and Duke's hateable, and it's like, well, they're the best.
Is Roy's a likable guy and Coach K's safe?
Well, Roy's not. That's the thing. Roy's the same exact person as Coach K. He's a dick.
Not really.
also,
He
I
just has an accent.
well,
That's
also,
why
I think-
people
I
like
think
him.
they
That
Dean-
plays big.
Also, Dean
It's a holly jolly
Dean
accent.
Smith laid the foundation. He was like genuinely a good guy.
Yeah.
The thing in his will that he left every single player that played for him a check for like $250 to take like your wife, spouse, whoever out to dinner on me. Like, what a good guy.
Yeah.
That's
But, like,
I love that. When
it's
I saw
so
a little
weird
documentary on that, I thought that was awesome.
With Coach K right now, it's like I haven't lived to see anybody but Coach K.
Yeah, that's definitely a weird.
It's weird as shit. Like
That-
when Tom Brady goes, and like when all these like bigger people go.
That was how I felt with obviously Jeter. Eli even felt like that. He was the quarterback when I was literally 8 years old. So I
Yeah,
was
never
like
saw. Yeah,
25.
exactly.
It's
But Coach
just
K
weird.
was. I was
so weird.
zero.
Yeah, I mean, the old guard is like for me. The old guard is gone for everyone. Wright, Eli, Lundqvist, all pieced out.
It's
and stuff.
weird as fuck.
It's
I'm
creepy.
like
Makes me want to cry.
getting old. Before we get to picks, I want to talk to you about Ipvanish. Today's episode is brought to you by Ipvanish. Ipvanish is a virtual private network, a VPN for short. A VPN is a super important tool that helps you safely browse the internet. You can use a VPN on your computers, tablets, phones, even things like your Fire Stick when you're streaming media. When you use a VPN, all your data is encrypted. What you're reading, what you're searching, what you're watching is all protected. Balls, this could be good for you. Rated 4.7 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, Ipvanish provides an encrypted connection for all of your internet traffic, helping to prevent websites, Wi-Fi providers, and even hackers from intercepting your data. This is good. I feel like I don't want to get hacked.
I definitely do not want.
I'm in the process of being hacked.
So you should get Ipvanish right
Sure
now.
am.
I do want to talk about that after this.
I forgot about it till now.
Get started with this limited time offer and save 65% off 65% off monthly and annual subscriptions by going to ipvanish.com/central. One more time, that's ipvanish.com/central. It's all lowercase. 65% off is a deal and a half. So go there now. What are they buying, these people?
So on Monday, I get like 3 calls from Chase, and I pick up, and they're like, "Hey, like did you spend $1,000 at a Walmart in New Jersey?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Okay, we're gonna chase for all, lock the card, whatever." That happens like once a year, I feel like, with everybody, or at least just me.
I got one guy was buying all hats at Lids.
Yeah, so this guy was buying $1,000 at Walmart with my debit card, whatever. So they froze it, sent me a new one. Great. Didn't even take the money out of the account. Awesome. Good job, Chase. Tuesday night, I get another Chase alert. I'm out to dinner, and it's a 4-digit number that I do not have a debit card of. And it was like $800 here. I'm like, no. And then I go home. When I get home, I check, and there's like $4,000 missing from my bank account.
Jesus Christ.
ATM withdrawal. So, obviously, it was by the time I found this out, it's like 12:30. So by the time you can't call anyone. So I went to Chase the next day in person. It turns out this dude in California expedited a new debit card to Los Angeles instead of New York. Got the debit card and went to an ATM and took out $4,000.
That's
These
smart.
hackers are getting too smart.
So good.
That's like
That's like
thing of that is
Incredible.
crazy.
And he was able to do it so easily, like just like.
And there's not like I think I'm gonna get the money back. I think they said in like 5 days or whatever, 10 days.
Hey, Balls, are we boring you?
No.
Balls is fine.
No problem. I'm listening.
But
got a new credit card. The guy from California with the credit card.
The problem was this happened like a year ago, but I didn't have credit cards back then, so I actually had no way of paying for anything.
Yeah, that's
now
tough.
I have credit cards, so it's like fine. Like I'll get the money back. Chase is the one who loses here because I feel like the guy's gonna get away with it. They're never gonna catch him, and I'm gonna get my money back. And Chase is just gets routed here.
Banks making money freaks me out. I don't understand it.
I hope it's done. I have changed almost every password in email address. I think I'm gonna delete my personal email address and change all my numbers and stuff. It's a disaster. Not fun.
What was that?
Nothing. Why do you keep staring?
You went like this.
So judgmental on Glenn.
I'm looking at myself in the TV.
All right, Balls, what's your picks for today?
The over in the basketball game.
Okay.
And the BEC, that will be out shortly. That is my pick for the day.
No Giannis, right?
Balls. Oh yeah, no, Giannis is laughing. He's not come back.
He's doubtful.
I don't know about that.
Oh, he's out for this.
He's doubtful tonight. I know.
No, I know that.
He's out for this series, and I think he's. Oh, dude, he's not coming back.
It's hyperextended.
That's not good.
I know, but that's the best possible situation.
That means he's not out for like the year. I
don't know. I feel like he has a chance to come back like Game 7.
So what is if he has a knee sprain? I assume.
Hyperextended. That's
You don't come back. That's a month. I don't think. Trae Young should be. Have they announced Trae Young tonight?
No,
that's the more he can come back, but he has a bone bruise and it's kind of the swelling's building, all that. But he can certainly come back. Giannis, if you're expecting Giannis to come back this series, I would. It's just a miracle he avoided any ACL stuff.
You got any picks, Hubs?
I like the Rockies tonight, hosting the Cardinals. Where's that? Yeah, they're plus 110 Sentatello against Wainwright. Rockies just came off a sweep against the Pirates. Cardinals, I think, also swept at home against the D-backs. And the D-backs, I think, us collectively and 5 other people can beat the D-backs.
They're 22-60.
Yeah, they're really bad. But their fans are just having a nice year. They didn't care.
Yeah, it's true.
By the way, the Yankees made a trade while we were in here. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, it's a LeCastro.
Blockbuster trade. They acquired right-handed outfielder Tim LeCastro for the D-backs for Double-A pitcher Keegan Curtis. Awesome.
Huge. That's going to change everything.
Sick.
No, that guy's really good.
Big needle mover.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
I would have given a tennis pick out, but everything's pretty much started by now. So
Big F.
All right, I'm on the Phillies, even though they fucked me yesterday. The Phillies minus 125. I got the Nationals plus 120 at home, and I'm just riding this Rockies at home wave. Rockies, I believe they're plus 110.
Oh my god.
I have the Mariners going against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays minus 190 is just insane. You just gotta sprinkle some on the Mariners, and it's a day game, so get that in. Oh Jesus!
The D-backs are fishy too. By the way, add D-backs to me. Only plus 125 against the Giants.
Minus 140.
Giants have 1 million wins this year, and they're
50 wins already.
Give me the D-backs and give me the Rockies.
I'm going with the Braves against the Mets as well.
Glenn, he's having fun with the camera.
I know. I don't. DeGrom only being minus 150 it should be more. He should be an automatic, no matter what, minus 200.
He's been like low key, kind of. It's kind of sketchy.
He also only goes 5 innings.
I know, but still, it's just like.
And they're throwing Ian Anderson is solid.
Yeah, that's all I got for today. I'm gonna take the Bucks too. The Bucks, man, I'm scared. They're minus 3 tonight. I'm just a little nervous about them.
Hawks will win that game.
I know.
Unless Middleton just goes bananas.
Which I think he is. I think it's like he's
But you might
by
need
himself.
more. Their bench sucks. Like, they would have to have, like, a complete game.
I don't know,
I got the
man.
Hawks. Like the Hawks as
do
well.
you think the Clippers would have won with Kawhi? I think they would have.
Is it because honestly, like Paul George played bad last night, but I mean he had played so well,
really well.
He's someone who I think he's kind of become a victim of the narrative, if you will. I think he's people just think like playoff poop. Obviously, last year he absolutely shit the bed. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's a much better player than I think people the general public is giving.
No, he did a lot for himself this playoff, without question.
Like to close out the Jazz without Kawhi,
well, also
and then even win 2 games against
the
Suns.
game they won to stave off elimination in Phoenix, he was great in that game.
Phenomenal.
He was excellent in that game. And he's had a lot of those games. I will also say Kawhi, early in the series, I know game 2, I forget game 1, but that was a nail biter. So that's a game where if you have Kawhi Leonard,
That's what I'm saying.
that puts you
There's
over the
another
top.
game where it was
for sure the series is not over today if Kawhi Leonard's on that team.
for sure.
I
not.
think the first 3 losses against the Suns, they lost by.
It was close, right? I know game 2 was a nail
I think
biter.
they lost by 6 or less in all 3.
And one of them was 84-80.
Yeah.
And one was like that.
Yeah,
Actually, I think they lost
Kawhi
by
Leonard.
2, 4, 6.
Kawhi Leonard wins that game.
He's a top
think
defender and offensive player.
For some reason, the Clippers just don't get. I don't know. They get written off really easily because they usually choke, I guess. But I think they would have beaten Suns.
I think last year they left such a bad taste in everyone's mouth because last year everyone was like, "Oh, like is it Clippers? Is it Lakers?" And then they lost so early. Then I think we were just the whole season we were waiting for this build of we're like a guarantee no brainer. We're getting Clippers Lakers in the conference finals. That didn't happen. Everyone's just like, "Oh, like they're out. Write them off." Blah blah blah.
Yep. Now Kawhi goes to the Knicks. He's going to opt out.
The
NBA,
NBA
trade for Dame.
If Damian Lillard's on the Knicks, I'll be the biggest Knicks fan in the world. I love that man.
Would you? I was actually going to put this in the little Knicks group chat.
Get that thing firing up because we got off-season stuff going here.
I saw a trade that I believe it was RJ, Obi, Quickly, and like a bunch of picks.
Is this for Dame?
I think that's a no.
Is this for Dame?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is in the Athletic was like writing a few trade proposals for Dame, and it was those guys. It was like 2 first-rounders or 3 first-rounders and 2 pick swaps in a heartbeat.
I think
in a heartbeat. Like, don't even consider it. Don't even consider saying no. The only thing I will say about trading RJ,
even with RJ, you would do it. Or
my only hesitancy to trading RJ is I think Zion actually wants to play with him.
I think so.
And
too.
keeping RJ is kind of the key to Zion. So I don't, but it's Damian Lillard.
No, I think because when it was like you said, RJ, Obi, Quickly, 2 firsts, 2 swaps.
I don't care about trading Obi or Quickly.
No,
they're nice
either.
players. It's Damian
Lillard. For me, it's just like RJ in that. I just think that's a lot with RJ. Like you're a legitimate like budding. I think potentially all-star.
Damian Lillard.
I hear you. It's I almost wanted to put in the group chat and just say, "Am I crazy for being hesitant?"
No, because it's RJ. Like
so Lillard's 30.
Yeah, he's got 3 years of being elite left.
That's the only little scary because no,
it's not though. 3 years of being like elite.
No, I'm just saying like trading
5 of being like good.
Yeah,
everyone. Which I think that when you trade Obi, you trade Quickly. It's like, well, if we got half of what Lillard is, we'd be happy with those 2 players. You know what I mean? So that's why I
would like more than half of Lillard.
No, I'm saying you'd be pretty happy if you got half of what Lillard is with those 2. You're not like expecting them to be Lillard.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm.
I'm sorry. You're saying out of those people.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
I'm saying. I thought you were saying like trading for Lillard and he's half.
No,
of what he
I'm
is
saying
right
like if you get Lillard, it's like if you ever got half of them, you'd be fine with like
correct.
So get them the fuck out of there. What I don't think you could bank on Zion waiting for RJ.
I don't think that's like the main reason. I'm more about. I think RJ is way more than capable of being half of Damian Lillard.
The jump that RJ just took.
He is like right now.
The jump that RJ just took from last year to this year gives you so much hope that he can be.
His 3-point shooting like that made me want to like cling on to him. Like
he's dirty.
I
think he's very
also
good.
That he's literally 20 years old. Like he could legitimately be an all-star.
Yeah, he can defend. He started to hit threes big time this year,
and he proved kind of what he didn't.
Free throws
he
increased.
He can play off ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the ball in his hand.
He still struggles going right. But like he took a.
You could work on.
You would hope, yeah. But he's definitely taken a big step to the point where you want to hold on to him if you can. But if you have to give him up for Damian Lillard, I'm not like it's Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard in New York City would be crazy.
Unbelievable.
I think for me it was just giving him up plus all of these assets. I'm like, I think that's a massive asset that doesn't need a ton more.
They were saying the article you're referencing said the Knicks are a real player for this because they have the cap to just completely absorb Lillard's contract, whereas other teams, like I think they mentioned the Pelicans for Ingram would be in the trade or whatever to try and keep Zion happy. They would have to. The Blazers would have to eat part of Lillard's deal because the Pelicans could not get it all. Where the Knicks can just take it all, and that's and give up assets. So that makes them an advantageous suitor, possibly. Could be cool. see.
This year has been good for the NBA because it's not LeBron. And it's not. There's
a lot of
different-
injuries though in the playoffs.
Well, that's what I was going to get
sucked.
to.
Yep.
Is that right? And it was good where it's like the Suns, the Clippers. You got the Hawks and the fucking Bucks, where it's like the Bucks have been there, but the Hawks is like, what's going on? Like I can't believe it.
Hawks Suns
First of all,
finals would be tough.
good, bad.
Well, I
That'd
mean,
be
right
bad.
now it's just tonight we're getting a Bucks Hawks with no Giannis
Yeah.
and probably no Trae Young. which is just-
Bucks
that
Suns
stinks.
without Giannis is bad.
So people, I think it's good for the NBA a little bit at first before all these injuries because it's new faces, younger guys. Good to see
LeBron
them.
getting out early was great.
Yeah, but then it's like, all right, tonight I would like to watch LeBron instead of fucking campaign
But
and
see,
not campaign, fucking Bogdanovich.
But if it was Giannis and Trae Young, like this has been Trae Young's like real coming out party.
yeah. No, Trae Young's been fun to watch. It's just like people would rather watch the Lakers.
I
than
would
the
rather
Hawks.
for sure.
rather tonight be Bucks Sixers with two fully strength.
Exactly.
Like, that would
and
be
the NBA,
awesome.
the NBA gods right now are shitting on all these star players. How many people are getting hurt?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like Giannis, I turned the TV on for a second. And Giannis got hurt. I'm like, fuck.
How much of it do you equate to? Well, LeBron was kind of making his like "look at me" statement yesterday about the injuries, or the other day, whatever it was. How much of it do you actually think is attributed to them not having like them having a shortened off season?
Yeah, I mean they started like right away.
I think it does
to.
have a little.
I think it has to have some effect.
It has
actually.
some effect, but I also don't think like LeBron should be the one being like he's.
Well, no,
the one
that's of
doing
course
it.
he has to make it about
Yeah.
himself. Like I called this, whatever. But
Yeah, I know, but it's also, to be honest, I feel like they take off a bunch of games during the season anyway.
Well, he did, but not necessarily everybody else. Randall played like the whole
well,
season.
he missed.
Well,
he was hurt.
Randall's
He missed
different
like a
than
month.
like
What?
I'm saying LeBron missed like almost a month. I think maybe
Yeah,
more.
and he was like conserving his minutes to start the year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no one gives a fuck about the regular season NBA. No one like the Lakers simply.
Well, it screwed the Lakers this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, but they were the ones that were like, because they're always like, oh, like we could be any seed, we could beat anybody. But like the Suns, they ran into the Suns, which was tough.
Yeah.
The baseball though is this year is, I mean, it's the Dodgers obviously,
But like
with-
it's not so like it was expected to be like super team Dodgers, but like they're not in first place. The Giants are in first place.
No, they're
now
not.
by the end of the year, the Dodgers will be in first place, and the Giants will probably be a wild card team. But
But the thing
it's
is,
way more open.
I keep saying that about the Giants, and they keep winning. It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Their
They
pitching's
have
been fucking good.
Gosman's been insane.
Cueto's been
Alex
good.
Wood.
Cueto, Descafani's been great.
Yeah.
Wood's been good. There might even be one more guy.
And like
And their hitter-
Longoria,
Buster
Longoria,
Posey.
Cueto.
Buster Posey
Yeah.
is having his unbelievable what he's doing.
Longoria's been out, and like he was batting well. Like
Yastrzemski's been good. Yeah, they're solid, man.
but that's what I'm saying with baseball. Like we thought it was Dodgers, Yankees.
We always think it's gonna be Yankees Dodgers.
Yeah, exactly. But
Never
like
gonna
now it's like the White Sox are obviously they've been struggling.
Mets
a
are
little
good,
bit,
but they're bad
actually.
at the same time.
The Mets
They're good.
division's awful.
It's,
Hopefully, if we win the division, who are we going to play? The NL Central winner, which is going to be
The
probably
Mets are
Cubs.
just built to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll take the Cubs in the NLDS. Any
I
day.
would.
are the
too.
Mets built to win the playoffs?
I think with the DeGrom.
DeGrom
Walker,
helps.
DeGrom, Stroman, Walker,
DeGrom, Sherman,
1,
Walker's
2,
a nice
3.
1, 2, 3.
Bang.
I don't know if I
How
trust.
I think if Syndergaard was back, you'd
Their
have
offense
more of
sucks.
a-
He's never going to pitch again for the Mets.
Yeah, no.
No chance.
Yeah, no, it's
Like
pretty
that's where I'm
tough.
not.
Is he up at the end of the year?
I think so. I'm not really even sure.
I think he is. And they were
so
debating.
out of my brain.
I'm
I don't even think about
What's
it.
the Bobby Bonilla thing they're doing now?
It was so weird. So today's Bobby Bonilla Day. They tweeted out like an announcement that this is big announcement. I thought they were gonna maybe be like Steve Coe just said fucking like,
Pay him it all off.
out.
Yeah.
And then I wake up today. It's like Bobby Bonilla was the spokesperson for. We're doing starting July 8th. You could rent the night in City Fields, becoming an Airbnb.
And you can sleep.
And
You have a
can sleep
sleepover
there.
with Bobby Bonilla or something.
For some reason, is the spokesperson.
they're just
I
paying
have
even
no
more
idea.
money now.
I'll be honest, I'll do it.
It made
That's so
as
funny.
someone who's done. I
Hang out
did
with
one
Bobby
time
Bonilla.
the night at the museum thing when you could sleep there. That was a great time.
You did that?
Yeah, when I was like 12.
You slept at the Museum of Natural History?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's fucking sick.
Under the big whale in the in the sea life.
love-
Wait, how much is this Bobby Bonilla sleepover?
I didn't even click on the link. I just looked in the
Police,
Twitter, I'm not really
where's the link? I need.
sure.
I
The
mean,
Mets just tweeted it out.
I think Clem
I just
blogged
saw it
it.
when I woke up. Yeah, Clem blogged it too. But yeah, after Night at the Museum, the movie, they did that at the Night at the
Dude.
Museum. It was awesome.
That
so,
is
like,
one
sleeping
of my
at City
favorite.
Field would be pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite places in the whole world.
I got to go back. I haven't been. In a long
We've started a tradition the last like 4 years. Me and my buddies, day of the Super Bowl, get really high and then go just walk through the museum and natural history at like noon.
That sounds great. Honestly.
It's $250.
Bro,
It is a long day.
I'm in.
It's locked.
Per person,
Wait
Avery?
till like 6:30.
Yeah, it gets you to like 3 o'clock, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
you-
you start like drinking and having some food and all that.
Yeah, you
Bro.
like stay in a suite.
New York is back, baby. Let me tell you, nothing says summer of the city like 2 words. Play ball. $250. 2 beds, 2 queen beds. Is
Pretty nice.
Oh, look at look at this place. It's not bad.
Dude, sleeping at the ballpark's a dream. You kidding me?
It's City
Are you
Field.
just showing us pictures of City Field?
No, it's like a poker table.
Oh.
This is the whole Airbnb.
Oh wait, so you're not sleeping outside?
No, it's in. It's.
Oh,
in
I
the
thought they were just
stadium.
technically calling it an Airbnb, but you're sleeping on the field.
It'd be so fucking funny if that was just sleeping on second base as your pillow. But
No,
like,
you're inside like a suite. It looks sick.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool, actually.
That's insane.
That's kind of worth it for $250. Sure, it's all a good cause too. That's interesting.
But yeah, so what else we got going on in sports right now?
Wimbledon,
Oh yeah. Oh, that
fire hot in Wimbledon, by the way.
that
Fire hot.
who was it? Was it Novak who had the 4 aces in?
Nick Kyrgios.
Oh my
That's
god!
my boy Nick. I love him.
Did you see that?
He's playing now.
No.
He won a set.
No, he
A
won a
match?
game in 43 seconds.
43 seconds.
Yeah.
The man.
He just couldn't return it.
No, he didn't even come
So like
to
tennis
it.
players will typically bounce the ball and shit, and like he just gets up there and serves it. He has no time for anybody, and he just hit 4 straight aces to start the 4th set the other day, and it was over in 43 seconds.
What- picture that goes
Frank
fast.
is.
I love
Can
it.
you get Frank real fast? Frank's
Why?
freaking out. I would love to know what he's freaking out about. We
No,
have 5 minutes left. I need to
okay.
know. He already shit on me today. He goes condolences. That was it.
He asked me to redo a scene from Chernobyl, the TV series, for the Yankees. I'm like, I don't even know what he just like was naming characters. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. We don't need to.
We
get
don't
him.
need Frank.
We'll talk to him
Oh,
after.
yeah, I see a hat bite.
I know. That's what
He's-
I
he's-
going off.
couldn't tell you.
Something's happening.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe
Someone
it's
just got
Bobby
hurt.
Bonilla
Someone just
fueled.
hit the.
Oh my God.
Someone just hit the IL.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't even
Yeah, what is
imagine
happening?
what's
something.
happening with him right
Could it be
now.
DeGrom news? Did he get scratched?
I'm looking. I'm hoping not. I'm looking right now. I don't see anything right now.
Yeah, I see nothing that could be happening to the Mets. They're in literally
It
first
literally
place.
could just be Bobby Bonilla. Frank is relatively
See if Gelb's
short
tweeted
fused,
anything.
some may say.
No, I don't. Gelb's didn't tweet anything, so I don't think there's anything crazy going on.
Well, he's talking to Chuck, so it's got to be about baseball. Here we go.
I mean, this is just.
Oh my
Yep,
God.
little.
And for people, it's like this is
This
Frank.
is such a great camera angle.
There
he
is
has.
This is just
no-
Thursday, brother.
There's no cameras on Frank right now.
I mean, could he just be talking about the 20-2 loss? That could just be what's happening.
Yeah, he could be.
Mets did lose
Someone
20-2.
just- oh, how was the Mets game yesterday, Frank? Hat bite.
The thing with baseball, like you lose 22, it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, we talked about this.
a
Yeah,
wash.
you much
It's
rather
just
lose in a
like
blowout than
game's
what we
over.
did.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
one.
but like it's
Oh,
not
one.
even like you're all like if the Giants lost by 4 touchdowns, you're like oh. It's just so much more like
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to compare. It just means so much more, like one single game. But
It really doesn't matter though. Like even Frankie a couple weeks ago when the fucking Islanders lost 8-0. Like I was in an Islanders bar for that and I was thrilled watching it. But at the other day, it's just one loss.
I think Frankie was almost right. It's like they scored too many
Yeah,
goals.
at the end of the day, it's just one loss. It doesn't really matter. They score 1 goal or 8 goals.
Yeah, it's true. It's just it's upsetting to see Met fans upset when it's like you're in first and we're actually struggling.
The Frank the Tank tweets should be coming from me these days,
Yeah,
and they have been. But like you see from him, and it's like they're in first place by 6 games.
I hate
Dude,
Yankees.
did you see Frank's tweet yesterday? I was fucking crying when they posted the video of DeGrom wrestling in the outfield.
What do you say? I saw the video.
It was just like, I think it was literally just holy fucking fuck, what the fuck? And I was just crying.
Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Holy fucky fuck! What the
I
fuck?
think he
And
called
now-
yesterday the unraveling.
And now he's keeping track of our records since we put out the Donnie Stevenson video. We're 5-12. So he just wants Donnie Stevenson dead.
I just imagine like DeGrom just hurts his shoulder wrestling in the outfield.
I mean,
Imagine-
one wrong move and 60-day IL.
Imagine being in that apartment complex with him and Ralph. What's the Colts losing and then the Dolphins losing and then the Mets losing? Those neighbors must go like, what is happening over there?
no words.
They probably
What a-
just, like if anyone ever moves out of their building, they just don't move anyone into that
Yeah.
building unless they absolutely have to.
Yes, exactly. We got 2 minutes left. Balls. We're going to, and Big Ev going to the big Jersey Shore this weekend.
Yeah.
Sick invite.
What?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. We're going to DJs on Saturday.
I'm scared.
It's a spectacle.
Great invite.
Rico,
So-
you're not going to go.
Why?
So go.
This is like when you had your birthday party. And you're like, oh, you wouldn't go, but like I absolutely would have gone.
So come.
No,
I also didn't
Pass.
invite anybody. I didn't even. I kind of invited myself. I wasn't invited.
I actually need to chill this weekend and go crazy.
So Rico goes, if they give you an empty beer box, what do? What would be your answer?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
If they
So
gave
if
you
they
an
just
empty
handed you
beer
one?
box, what would
I
you
mean,
do?
the logical answer would be to throw it out, but I'm assuming that's not the case.
Okay, I said put it on your head.
Yeah, I think
Would
that's
never do
what
that.
else would you?
I'm not
not a guy
I'm
that
not
would
to
do
put
that
it
in
on your
a
head.
bar.
I'm not
guy.
gonna put. Yeah, I don't know what else to do.
And
with
he
it.
scoffed at me. And he's like, you flatten it, and then you whack the ball with it. And then sometimes he goes, sometimes Leanne will fucking smack you with the box. I go, what is this bar? Why would they do that?
He's gonna hate me for this. I actually have a good relationship with Rico. I'm a Bar A guy over DJs. DJs is way too much.
I've never been to
Bar A is fantastic.
I've never been to Jersey Shore, so I'm a little nervous.
Godspeed.
But that's Pick Central. We will not be back tomorrow or next week. So
A week from Monday.
week from Monday we'll be back.
At some point, we'll be back.
We'll be back sometime. Thanks for listening. The Yak is up next. Peace, man.